Welcome to The Adult Man. My name is William, and today we're going to talk about 7 incredible life hacks for men, how you can change your life in just a moment. The old quote goes, life isn't about getting a good hand, it's about playing well with the hand you have. Maybe you feel like there's not enough time in the day to get after all of your goals. Working out, crushing it at your job, hitting the dating scene, staying well read. Any one of these can consume every single hour of your day. So how do you find balance? How do you find the right actions to take that are going to change your life the most, and even more importantly, leave the rest behind? We put together 7 of the most important hacks that any guy can take advantage of immediately. So let's get into it. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button down below and give us a thumbs up. It really helps us out, and I very, very much appreciate it. First thing before we even get started is I just want to say that true life hacks take time. Sure, there are the biohacks out there, like eating a Brazil nut every day that supposedly does this, that, and the other thing for you. And other people, they might recommend, like boiling a chicken and sitting with the bubbling pot under your covers if you want to get rid of the cold or the flu or whatever. I mean, that's not made up, I actually heard that once. But you may have learned by now, there are no quick fixes on the path to a more fulfilling life. That doesn't mean there's some easy levers to pull, that they're gonna make massive changes to your life, so that's what this list is all about. And it doesn't mean, just because these take a long time, it doesn't mean you can't get started right away. To us, a true life hack takes months and sometimes years to even produce fruit. So first, consider the power of small changes. Most of what we recommend is simple. There's slight changes you can make every day, every week, or just even once a month. Practice the rule of getting 1% better every day in the key areas of your life that mean the most to you. Can you become 1% better in your finances every day? Can you become just a little bit more physically fit than you were the day before? Can you spend an hour every week reading books written by the leaders and authors you respect the most? If you absolutely cannot spend the small amount of time needed to put these hacks into place, there's no point in continuing to watch this video. You might as well go get some sleep. But if you're ready to change your life, let's get started. Here are our 7 best life hacks for men. Number 1, start investing your money. Do you want to be a millionaire? Obviously. It only takes a little discipline, and you don't even need to have a massive income to do it. But just to demonstrate this, I'm going to do a hypothetical. I'm going to call him Investor Jimmy. Now, Investor Jimmy, he doesn't make a wild amount of money, and over the course of his career, he makes an average of just $40,000 a year. When he turned 25, he didn't have a dime to invest, but he decided he was going to put in 10% of every paycheck. So every month, Jimmy puts in $400 into an investment account. Over the course of 40 years, he makes an average of 8% interest on his investment, which is the average of the S&P 500 over the past 60 years. So you want to guess how much Jimmy has at the age of 65? Yes, $1.2 million. You're not seeing things. Jimmy never made 6 figures. He never even made half of a 6-figure salary, yet when he retires, he's a millionaire. Investing early and practicing patience is a tremendous hack, but so few people use it. Why? Because they don't see their 40, 50, 60-year-old self as the same person. So don't make the same mistake. If you're lucky, you'll be old one day, and when you're old and rich, you can come back in the comments and thank us. So we know investing is important, but what should we invest in? The simplest investment you can make is in low-cost index funds, and there's tons of people out there who give advice on which ones you can do, but make sure it's a low-cost index fund. It's a pretty solid bet, and you'll do fine. If you invest in single stocks like Tesla or something like that, you may get lucky, you may lose everything. That's not something I'm about. I don't want to spend my time in front of the computer checking stocks. I really just want to set it and forget it and go for that long term. So stocks are a common investment, bonds are common investments, but another common investment you probably hear a lot about, you may not know how to get started, it's real estate. Sure, we know property costs go up every year, but what if you don't have $600,000 to spend? That brings us to today's video sponsor, DiversyFund. DiversyFund allows you to invest in a fully managed portfolio of apartment buildings without spending a massive sum. You can invest as little as $500 in what's called a REIT, or a real estate investment trust. DiversyFund pools your investment with other people's, and they buy properties all over the country. California, Texas, North Carolina, just really big real estate markets that are generally pretty safe. Their current fund is term-based, so your investment will appreciate every 5 years. There is one downside though, and that's once you've invested in a project, you aren't able to move your money around until the fund reaches maturity, and then DiversyFund starts selling the properties. As a larger portfolio, or as part of a larger portfolio, DiversyFund offers an easy, passive way to invest in institutional grade real estate now, which is something most regular investors like you and me, we don't have the option to do. The second life hack for men is to pay yourself first. Now, we've seen how powerful investing can be, but how do you even start? One of the most powerful books on personal finance and building wealth is called The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. Written in 1926, the parables in this book are just as relevant today as they were when the book was written, and just as relevant as they were 4,000 years ago. A simple idea from the book is that you pay yourself first. So what does that mean? For every paycheck you earn, take just a certain percentage of it, whether that's 10% or 15%, and you save that. That is your money. You can take that, you can invest it, you can put it in a savings account. We do recommend investing it, and you can check out several other options out there. But with investor Jimmy, he saved 10% of every $40,000 a year paycheck, and he became a millionaire by the time he retired. But what if he saved 5% more? Well, now he goes from 1.2 million over the course of 40 years to 1.8 million. And that's over $500,000 over the course of the years. So the best way to consistently build your wealth and take control of your personal finances is to save money regularly. We're talking about every single month, by committing a percentage and saving or investing that, like, immediately when your paycheck comes through. You won't even have to think about it. We can't dive into how that's done here, but there are ways to automate your savings by just having a certain, every month, a certain amount goes out. So if you're making a paycheck, you just set that, forget it, and then just wake up 40 years later, a millionaire. You're welcome. Life hack number 3 is to start with your one most important thing. So can you apply that same pay yourself first idea to other areas of your life? Of course. What's your number one goal? Do you want to get shredded? Do you want to start a business? Do you want to build a better relationship with your partner? Whatever it is, make that your priority by doing something about it the first thing in the morning. Wake up, drink a glass of water, go hit the gym. You lose weight, you build muscle by waking up and working out. Sure, you can go read a million different articles about when the absolute best time to exercise is, but really the most important factor is consistency. If you want to start a business, wake up 2 hours early every day. Do whatever you can in those 2 hours to get your idea off the ground. If your dream isn't important enough to wake up 2 hours early for, you may want to reconsider your dream. Life has a tendency to get in the way. It always does. And if you put off your idea until after the necessary work gets done, your 9 to 5, house chores, etc., you may have trouble finding time for what you want. So do what you want first, then take care of what needs to get done. Life hack number 4, master your mindset. Positivity, happiness, these aren't emotions, these are skills. These skills help you in every area of your life. So how do you build them? There isn't a single path to positivity and happiness, so anything we recommend, it might not work for you. But just like any other skill, you must practice every day to get better. Here are some things that help me build positivity. Regular exercise, deep breathing, consistent reading, making time for friends and family, giving generously, reflecting in a journal, and just maintaining a schedule. As you can see from my list, a few things are scientifically proven to boost mood, like exercise, breathing, and giving, but others are more built around just my personality, like reading, friends and family time, journaling. Those are things that I just personally enjoy. So mix some scientific mood boosters with a few things that make you happy and watch how much more you can get done in a day. Our 5th life hack for men is to improve how you dress. That's what we're all about here at The Adult Man. So maybe you don't want to admit it, but your style is a reflection of how you view yourself. But just as important, how you dress makes an impression on others. One of the easiest ways to boost how others view us is to change up what we wear. So ditch the old baggy t-shirts and those trash bag gym shorts. Put on a well-fitting shirt, a snazzy pair of jeans or chinos or something like that, don a killer pair of shoes, and head out. How do you feel? Much more confident, right? So in our experience, it's much better to buy just a few perfect items rather than getting as much as you can in a certain budget. Just like the other hacks on this list, it might take 5 or 6 months or even years to build your ideal wardrobe, but just be patient and buy one amazing item at a time. Before you know it, you'll have 2 or 3 outfits that make you feel like a total boss. So once you feel like a total boss, others, they're gonna see you the same exact way. Life hack number 6, stand straight, practice your power poses. How you stand has a profound impact on the image you project into the world. And it's not just how others see you. Your posture affects your body chemistry. One easy way to boost your confidence is to stand in a power pose. You'll express more confidence to others and you'll feel more yourself. Try and stand straight and leave your chest open. For instance, if you cross your arms, you're sending signals of discomfort and kind of like hugging yourself or self-soothing, and that just expresses amount of discomfort. So power poses could be, hands on the hips or just straight up with your shoulders kind of back and your chest out. These show, with your chest open, these show that you are comfortable and confident. Avoid the powerless poses, which are like slumped shoulders, a hunched back, crossed arms. These pretty much guarantee that people, they're gonna see you, they're gonna think you're apathetic or fearful, and there's no reason for you to feel uncomfortable on a daily basis because you're awesome. So puff out your chest and be proud. Our 7th and final life hack for men is to go on a media diet. What is that? Basically, you're either creating or consuming. Neither one's good or bad, but there is a balance to live a fulfilling life. Part of the reason we can start to feel overwhelmed or like we need to make massive changes because we're not to where we are, we're blasted with news, hot takes, pictures, ads, and the list goes on. Scrolling through social media feeds and mindlessly watching basketball highlights, while it's awesome, but it can feel relaxing at the moment, but really you can overdo it. Instead, try limiting the amount of digital media you're consuming. The less time you spend consuming, the more time you'll spend building and creating. So whether that's building a better relationship, whether that's creating a business, or you're just crafting, sculpting your body, humans basically have a drive to create, so don't ignore yours. So guys, which hacks will you use? You've probably noticed, but many of these hacks go together. You can pay yourself first and start an investment portfolio. You can spend more time creating by waking up early and building the business you've always wanted. So whether you're ready to become the next big real estate mogul or you just want to spend a little more meaningful time with your family, just take a little bit of effort and these hacks will get you closer to the life that you want. Again, guys, if you haven't already, please tap the subscribe button down below. Thank you so much for watching The Adult Man, and until next time, stay manly.